Hello, this is Linux Gamer, and today I'm going to be doing the ESA collaboration Rosetta Mission in KSP, so Gene Carmen, what have you got to say? In collaboration with ESA, we have created this mission that challenges you to replicate the historic Rosetta Mission, the first spacecraft to orbit a comet, and the first to deploy and soft land a probe on a comet. First, you'll need to get to orbit before planning your transfer trajectory. In this case, you should reach an inclined orbit to make it more efficient to depart to intercept the comet. You will still need to do some inclination changes to align with the comet as course correction maneuvers later. Okay, target orbit. Okay, it's circular, 85 kilometers, and 15-degree inclination. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so this is an Ariane 5. Pretty good thrust to weight ratio. Wait. I can make the thrust to weight ratio even better. Whoopsie. Well, this will also help with steering, since all the steering really at this point is coming from the mainsail gimbal. Don't get too aggressive. Okay, there go the boosters. Nice Separatrons, by the way. I actually rarely put Separatrons on my own boosters, like when I'm designing boosters for my own rockets. This sometimes bites me in the butt, to be honest. You will also note I have Kerbal Engineer. You don't need that for this mission, obviously. It's actually the only mod I have installed because yeah, I didn't really bother to get the visual mods since they weren't in CCAN, and I could probably have installed them manually, but I'm lazy. Oh, something blew up. I bet it was just the decoupler on the last stage. And here we can marvel at the beautiful new skin for the Poodle engine. The old skin still exists. This is just like the new Ariane 5 skin. It's part variant, so you don't need to sacrifice the other skin to be able to use it. And okay, my orbit was good enough. And for the most efficient intercept, try to match the comet's apoapsis with your transfer. This gives the lowest relative intercept speed when you arrive. Yes, thank you. And otherwise, he's just leaving it up to me. We're only asking you to do a direct transfer. Oh, but you could do the assists. Am I going to go above and beyond? No. Oh, hey, there's the comet. Hi. Oh, those things are actually quite pretty. This will be the thumbnail, I'm sure. Okay, so he wants me to hit it near apoapsis, and who am I to doubt him? So I'm going to just make a burn to raise my Kerbal orbit after I escape. Okay, to get my angle perfect, I can just... Whoa, that's... Asteroid. Sure. Look, I've heard of this mission before, but I still can't pronounce the asteroid. Asteroid? The comet's name. Okay, that's about as good as I'm gonna get. And that uses almost all of the second stage. Comet, hi son. Oh yeah, that reminds me I should probably, although it doesn't look like comet is actually enabled, but better safe than sorry. Does it have a fillet? It does have a little fillet. Oh, it's so cute. And here we see another one of the new parts. The Claw Junior, or Advanced Grabbing Unit Junior, technically, but it's the Claw, which is itself called the Advanced Grabbing Unit, but it's called the Claw. Come on, guys, nobody calls it the Advanced Grabbing Unit. This thing seems to have pretty powerful reaction wheels. I bet there's a Hex 2 probe core hidden in that Boxo panels. Okay, don't time warp too fast. This thing honestly has pretty good thrust to weight ratio. Okay, that one isn't even being thrust limited. Nice. So yeah, that's 250 kilonewtons, which is plenty of thrust. And I'm still going to have like 300 meters per second of delta V left to play with in this stage, which is quite nice, especially since I'm going to have to make some mid-course corrections to actually intercept the comet close enough to land on it. Wonder how big it is. I did say I knew about the mission, but I'm not actually an expert on it, so... Okay, you guys got anything else for me to say? Probably not until I get within 50,000 kilometers of the comet. And okay, I guess the farthest I can go in this mission is to latch to the comet. And I'm going to make a maneuver here at the sending node to try and cancel inclination for the intercept. Okay, let's start bringing that distance down. This is an expensive burn, but honestly I don't care. I have delta V to spare. It would probably be smarter to do this at a sending node, but smartness isn't my thing. And there we go, that's a pretty good maneuver that'll get me within 100, or not, almost within 100,000 kilometers of the comet. So this is my first mid-course correction. Can you quick save during missions, I wonder? Yeah, you can. Comet intercept. Oh, wait, it'll pull you in? Wait, but only if it's near the sun with the coma? Okay. Well, I'm gonna be intercepting it pretty far out, so... yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be matching orbits too, so it's possible I'll get another intercept really close to the sun. Okay, and the Ariane 5 second stage is out of fuel, but now I can switch to this. That's a spark, right? That's a spark. Spark engine. Okay, what's inside this box? Fuel tank. Oh wait, no, that's a fairing with a bunch of fuel tanks inside it. Wait, or is that a fuel tank? It's a fuel tank with fuel tanks clipped inside it. It's a fuel tankception. And there's some batteries and the RGU. Okay. Nearing the end of the burn. The spark has got pretty low thrust to weight ratio on this craft compared to that Poodle, so it's going to be a little longer second half of the burn. Okay, I want to get as close to the planned trajectory from the maneuver as possible. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to make a second mid-course correction here. Try and get that distance down even more. Give me a play with. I should probably be using the actual maneuver node editor, but oops. This thing is really cool. Can't remember how long ago they added it, but it's pretty cool. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. I want radial in. Or not. Okay, radial isn't doing much. Okay, bit of a normal burn will, in fact, give me a lot closer to the comet, within a 1,000 kilometers. And this is a very, very tiny burn, so ignore what I said earlier about the spark being underpowered. I'm going to set its thrust limiter to 5%. That is not 5. 5 without a quantifier is, you know, I wish they would integrate the rest of Better Time Warp into KSP, because, look, it's nice you can warp quickly in low orbits now, but the maximum time warp speed in stock is pretty painfully slow. Okay, that's as close as I'm going to get. Oh, there we go, under 1,000 kilometers separation. And that's going to be in 2 years, so got a lot of time warping ahead of me, so yeah, I'm not very good at filling time by talking about things, so I guess I'll just talk about what else I like about KSP 1.10. So my first video in KSP 1.10 was that Atlas Agena one. That was just because I saw those silver fairings and it was like, I gotta make an Atlas with this, yo. Apparently that silver coating was maintained with, and I kid you not, WD-40. Yeah, they used WD-40, you know, that WD-40 that you use on your car and stuff. They used that on the old Atlas rockets. Anyway, sidetracked, but yeah, that's one cool thing, because one, there was the new fairing texture, of course, that I needed for that mission, and the fact that you can have open-ended fairings now, which is pretty cool, because I was just hiding some 1.25 meter fuel tanks in there. There was minor clipping, so the booster engines didn't look totally ridiculous, but yeah. Kind of sad that the nose cones they used for the vernier attachment points and the boost engine attachment points, those don't come in silver, sadly, but it still looked reasonably good, and I really did that mission just for the looks. Didn't have a particularly good profile or anything. I mean, the Atlas rocket with no second stage could get the Mercury capsule all the way to orbit by itself, so significantly more powerful than that Atlas in that video, but honestly that thing couldn't really take a particularly efficient, shallow flight profile because of the fact that it was really flip happy. I think I mentioned that in the description of the video. But that thing sucked to fly. It was like my 10th attempt is the one that you actually got to see. Anyway, when I get to Comet Intercept, just interrupting my ramblings about 1.10, I'm just gonna, when I get close to the intercept, like really close, I'm just gonna cancel my relative velocity to the comet by burning retrograde relative to target, and then I'll do the lazy maneuver method where you basically burn toward the target, and then I'm not quite that lazy person, since I will try and properly align the things instead of just brute forcing it, so I can be a little more efficient if I want to, but often I'm just have fuel. I mean, you have over a kilometer per second of delta V. I can probably get close enough to the comet to land with like 600 meters per second, so I got it made in the shade, as they would say. Actually, I'm a lot closer to the comet now, and I actually, oh, it's probably not got the tail, or comma, I don't know. It's not got the tail because it's way out far from the sun. I'm just going to make another quick save here in case I overwarp, which happens a lot. Actually, warp to here is generally pretty reliable, so I'll just use that. Anyway, yeah, what else? In 1.10, Claw Jr., as previously mentioned, that's a pretty cool part. I was actually using it on one of the new SSTOs I was testing, because part of that plan was to grapple to a comet to mine, and that thing looks a lot less ridiculous attached to the underside of a space plane. Let me tell you. I've never done asteroid mining SSTOs before, partially because I had no reason to, and partially because the claw looks dumb. Oh, I've gotten close to the comet now. Let's point towards the target so I can get a good view of if I can actually see it. Apparently not. Hold on. Oh yeah, I should probably turn the thrust limiter on that thing back to 100%. Okay, I should actually read that message I skipped. Please get close to within. Please close to within 5 kilometers. Okay, that explains it. I thought I was saying get close to within 5 kilometers. That wouldn't be very good English. Okay. Okay. What's my closest intercept now? Not incredible. Okay. Time to make another correction. You don't do that. Okay, looks like normal and anti-normal won't really be involved. No surprises there. I've basically eliminated my ascending-descending mode. I think this is mostly going to be radial burns. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, right. Maybe just retrograde. Yep. Maybe don't do that. Retrograde. Okay, that's about as close as I'm going to get off retrograde. So time to set the thrust limiter super low again. And then after this correction, I don't think there's much of a point in maneuver nodes anymore, and I can just start brute forcing. Also, hopefully I'll be able to stick with it as it gets closer to the sun and see an epic coma tail thing. You know what, I can just go to orbit mode and set the thing to retrograde. What's this? Why is there a ship here? It says it's Ariane 5. Rosetta. Oh, whoops. I think that ship distracted me and way overshot what it was supposed to do. Well, you live and learn. It says that this is Ariane 5 Rosetta, but I'm Ariane 5 Rosetta. Oh, this is Rosetta spacecraft. That's probably the booster. Why is it classified as a ship, though? I don't think it had any manned parts on it. I mean, there were no crew, whether or not there were manned parts, but normally to get the ship classification it would have to have a manned command pod of some description. Okay, make another quick save, because safety reasons. I know there's some RCS on this, but I think that's for the Philae. The Philae being the lander, of course. So I'm going to avoid delving into that, even for fine maneuvers, and instead I'm going to cheat the system by doing the whole time warp to stop rotation exploit, which I'm surprised hasn't been removed yet. Well, I mean, it'll probably stay, because... and there are mods that remove it, like persistent rotation is one, there might be more, but persistent rotation is like the one you've heard of, if you've heard of it. Okay, separation 28 kilometers. So now it's basically just docking. At this point it's quite possible I'll actually be able to see the comet. Possible. Pointing towards it, but don't see anything in front of the ship. Okay. Get in closer. Okay, it feels so cheesy doing the whole time warp stopping exploit, but I don't really care. Okay, separation 2.3 kilometers, that's quite good. So I'm gonna point towards the comet again, and hopefully this time I'll actually be able to see it. Okay, still 14 or 15 kilometers away, so... oh, I'm starting to see something. I believe comet, whatever it's called, is a two-lobe comet, so it'll look kind of dumb. If you ask my opinion on multi-lobe objects, like this comet, or Ultima Thule, or whatever they're calling it nowadays. I know they changed the name because someone complained, like, Nazi stuff or something. But I can't remember what they actually renamed it to. Okay, separation 0.1 kilometers. That's plenty to deploy the lander. Okay, I've reached within 5 kilometers of the comet. I saved plenty of fuel, dude. No need to worry your face. I'm gonna get a little closer to the comet before I actually kill my relative speed. Yep, it is a two-lober. Okay, test a science experiment. Okay, how about this thermometer, because reasons. And I'll just transmit the science, which is apparently important, and yeah, land to the Philae, so I'm just gonna assume it's that decoupler in the staging. You might have wanted to turn off the thing on that, the thing. What thing am I talking about? The automatic, or you wanted to disable the decoupler force squad, I'm pretty sure. Only because it's kind of annoying to have your spacecraft yeet off into space. Arm the Claudium here. Where's the monopropellant tank on this thing anyway? Okay. Target center of mass. I'm not seeing a monopropellant. Oh, there it is. There's just a whole host of part clipping, which I don't object to, unlike a lot of people, because look, Squad added it to the game. I'm sure they condone the consequences. Okay, this looks like a good place to point. Okay, if I set my camera to locked here, that might give me a better view of where I'm trying to land. Obviously, comets don't have gravity in KSP, so it's only landing in the loosest of terms, but point is, I am now grappled to the comet. Thank you for a job well done. And mission complete. Nice. $4,000 points. I assume that's good. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.